Then we get up into all fours, hands and knees. And now we're gonna go right into our cat-cow. So cat-cow, again, this position here, toes are together, heels are flared out. Thinking double fist, knees apart, hands directly underneath my shoulders. So now I'm in a good position here. All I'm working on this position is spinal flexion with scapular elevation, as well as spinal extension with scapular depression. So it's a mix of both. Breath out, breath in. Breath out, breath in. Again, really trying to move the spine, move the hips. From there, after we get mobility, now we're gonna work on stability. I'm gonna stay connected, very intentional with my hand, opposite knee and foot. I'm gonna do a bird dog. So I'm staying nice and strong from this platform as I kick my heel to the wall, get that glute to fire up, and I punch my fist to the wall in front of me. And you notice as I do this, it's a concept you're gonna start to learn, but you're gonna learn how to shift your weight. As I press out, I'm actually shifting my weight to my right hip here. I switch it, shift my weight to my left hip. Nice and slow and controlled as we do this. Lots of breathing as we do this. The next pattern of the movement, we're gonna work on this resting dog position. Right in here, again, keeping those toes together, keeping those double fists, working on that posture here. So we're thinking about a long spine from the crown of your head through the tail of your tailbone. Nice and long. Working on decompression here, breathing. So we'll do this for about 30 seconds or so, just kind of getting, we call this home base, so get to home base. And then from here, now we're gonna start to work on some hovering. We're thinking about leading with the crown, pushing forward through the glutes. Going back and forward. Back and forward. So our whole goal here is to be able to learn how to use the glutes to do this, and at the same time I'm supporting my spine with my core musculature. Now from here we're gonna shift our weight. So you'll see this from the front. I'm gonna shift over. I'm keeping my nose and my sternum over my knee, but I'm bowing into this hip. I'm using my glute. I'm gonna do that same pulse. If this becomes too much of a challenge, you can keep the hands on the floor and use the support from the hands. If you don't need that support though, you can use the glute. Keeping the spine long. Getting about 5 reps. And then I'm just gonna switch over to the other side. Same exact thing. I'm pulsing out of that hip. Using that glute again, get about 5 reps. And then the final ground exercise from here, get back to home, we're gonna get into our outer hip stretch. So the way this one works, we're gonna rotate our knee, our back, our left side, we're gonna rotate it in, put my left hand next to my left knee, my right hand in the center, and I'm gonna cross over this line here. So basically what you're looking at is a straight line. My hand, my knee, and my back knee are in one line. I'm balancing, I'm really putting stress and stretch into this hip using that glute. I'm gonna hold that position there. To create more stretch, we just walk the knee away from the foot. Now I'm increasing the angle right here. And our ideal position in level 1 is to be able to go from here and just load our hip without moving too much and lifting our back leg off the ground. Back down, lift it up. So ideal goal with this is you're loading and you're learning how to use the hip and the glute. Right, then all we do is just switch it over. Same thing. Get into that straight line, hold that position. This stretch is typically getting held for anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds. Really feeling that load here. I'm increasing the angle by stepping away. And then the final thing, we're just gonna do a little leg lift and back down. Again, feeling that glute loaded. And we're gonna take our right foot right next to our right hand, And we're creating this stretch through our groin here. We call this a kneeling mountain climber stretch. Back leg is getting lengthened out. I'm getting to my groin here. I'm even adding a little bit of mobility in my hip, pushing my leg out. And then I'm just gonna switch back and forth. Holding that, moving that hip. And this is gonna be done about 10-second holds, switching back and forth. This is probably one of your first times doing this stretch, you're gonna feel kind of stuck and tight. You may only get to this. Allow your hand to help bring your foot forward, because the goal is to open up the hips. Push the knee out, create space in that joint. All right, so that's the kneeling mountain climber. From kneeling mountain climber, we're gonna go right down into our kneeling push-ups here. We wanna get the upper body warmed up. If you have good push-up position, based on your FMS score, if you look good, then go ahead and go full push-ups. We're gonna get 5 good reps. Again, it's trying to get your core fired up. But again, if you had struggles with the push-up, feel free to go to the knees. And we'll do 5 good reps on the knees. Again, it's all about getting that core to fire up.